E-Glade. Highlights and big plays from the East Coast to the West Coast, from Oregon to Georgia State. Touchdowns and home runs, slam dunks and long run. Athletes and sports junkies. If you got the knowledge, come get you some. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Sound mad, get your team lost. Jerry Jones, cause I'm the boss. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Crush, Jack, yeah, black on.
Woo, it's that time. It's time for the dopest sports show on radio to invade your airwaves. It's The Crush. Streaming live on the Sensation Station Network. And also broadcasting on WBLZSports.com. I am your humble co-host, E. Glaze. Having a little difficulty over here.
What are you doing?
My producer over here messing with my earphones.
What are you doing?
With me as always, as you can hear him, he's already jumping on the mic. Maceo Hurd, what's happening?
What are you doing?
That's all you got for me?
Hey, man, what's up, man? But what are you doing over there?
Oh, boy. Me and Leah, my favorite producer. Mondays and Wednesdays.
Showing up being Puff Daddy.
It's not you. Okay, my bad. We got a great show for you guys.
There's some gremlins over there.
Thank you guys for joining us. It's Wednesday, it's Recruiting 101, and we got a special guest today that is a friend and also a friend of the show. But it's always around Mayor's State of Kennesaw State address.
Yes, sir.
Vaughn Williams will be joining us right after this intro so we can jump into it, man, and talk about all the great things that's going on about Kennesaw State and how it feels to be AD of the year.
Wow.
We can talk about that.
Hey, man, you got to be a bad man to carry that title right there. That's a lot of ADs out here. A lot of people say that.
Hey, make sure you think we can sneak with them to go to Orlando real quick.
Nah, I'm saving a favor. I let you do that. I'm saving a favor.
We'll try to sleep.
I got one in my pocket.
What's going on there in Orlando, man? We gotta see what's going on down there, man. We gotta go have some fun.
Nah, I'm saving a favor. I'm saving a favor, man. You know, he get all these special guests on the sideline.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get him to pull a string up too.
It looks like always a star-studded event at Kennesaw State game.
Hey, man, but if you don't know, now you know.
Hey, man, we got also a lot of great recruiting. What we got going on today, Maceo?
Man, we got so much to talk about, man. I don't know why we have to continue to saying this, but we're gonna say it one more time. Academics, very important. Without the academic piece, you need to find something else to do. You're not going to college. I mean, that's just the reality of it. A lot of changes going on. This graduate transfer thing. Nick Saban say it's becoming free agency. He's saying kids getting 2 recruiting periods, and you know the funny part about it, we'll get into some more of his thoughts. But he like, you know, now if you want him to come take all your kids, he will.
He can,
because he is the big bad wolf.
Yeah, he's the big bad wolf in your neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what he say. So, hey.
That's going to be interesting, man. We also got Wendy's Wisdom.
All the time.
You ready over there?
Of course I am.
All right.
You know, and you know, it's summertime.
Yeah.
The recruiting cycle process is starting all over. Some of you guys get a fresh start. To get it right. But the time going to pass.
Try and fix it.
Try to fix it.
Don't do like Maceo friend hit a trampoline back. That was one of the funniest stories I heard today,
man. Man, just seeing that, it just brought back so many memories, man, because we were such... And we were some bad children. The more I think about that, we were bad, man. That was. It just brought back memory because I was like, I can remember us like, oh yeah, man, let's use that trampoline to dunk.
And broke her arm.
Yeah, man, broke her arm, man. Had a good friend, man, that missed out on the scholarship opportunity, man. So yeah.
Be careful what you do this summer, people.
Yeah, man. Be safe though.
Be real safe.
Be safe though.
Hey, man, this Crush intro is brought to you by Hard Work Apparel. Hard Work Apparel was designed to unlock the psychological elements of drive, desire, and determination. That's that 3D effect, which is necessary to push the body, the mind, into its optimal level of performance. Once you wear Hard Work Apparel, you will subliminally feel obligated to work at a high level. Please visit www.hardwork.com for more information. And what's the motto, Maceo?
Man, hard work ain't easy.
Hard work ain't
Especially
easy.
if you AD of the year. Definitely ain't easy, baby.
Well, all right, now, we've been teasing him enough. He's coming up next. Our crushing interview with the AD of Kennesaw State Athletics, Vaughn Williams. Stay with us.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're not the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
Are not.
M2.
Are not.
M2.
Ugh!
Need a little help?
Aren't you going to do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan
We could share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
and get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. You know, I help people solve difficult problems every day, but one problem has me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. Luckily, the Feeding America network of local food banks collects surplus food, giving hope to hungry children and their families. But they need your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Major key alert. Life is like school. You will be tested, so pass it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies.
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
You're my boy!
It's the Crush.
On SSNATL.com.
Thank you, sir.
Question interview brought to you by Oracy Software. The Oracy team is committed to provide full lifecycle support for developing, testing, and delivering market-driven products. Oracy's models: when a customer engages one of us, they engage all of us. Go to Oracy.com. That's ORASI.com for more information. Maceo, please give our guests the proper introduction, sir.
Man, well, like we told you guys once before, man, he's only athletic director of the year. Kennesaw State, man. Listen, if y'all hadn't been up there to see what's going on at Kennesaw, y'all missing the boat. But our family, he's here. Vaughn Williams, Kennesaw State athletic director. How's it going, Vaughn?
It's going well. Hey, before we start this show, I got off the phone with Coach Bohannon just a couple minutes ago, and once again, we all feel the love for what you guys do, and you guys are dedicated to just bringing the truth. So
yeah. Yes, sir.
We're excited that you support what we do and come see what we do firsthand. So you got to know we got a lot of love for you guys.
Thank you, man.
We really appreciate it. We appreciate it.
So we love seeing you on the sideline.
Yeah.
Except when you bring 5 people down there. Nah, I'm only kidding with y'all. I'm only kidding. It's all good.
Hey, you helped sway my daughter. You helped sway my daughter, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, we got some kids like
you. Look, you on the list now, Vaughn. I appreciate you.
We get a lot of calls. Hey, man, who's that guy? So let me I always like to ask you this question.
Yeah.
What's the current state of Kennesaw State athletics?
Well, I want to say that the current state is moving swiftly in the right direction. It's one of possibility, one of continued vision and opportunity to succeed. We're coming off a year that probably has seen we have 6 team championships this year. We're second in the all sports trophy in our conference. And football is coming off of a dramatic and I would say a very productive year too. So everything's edging up. Working on a strategic plan right now in regards to the future of the next 2 to 3 years. How we can really captivate what's about to happen and how we can take advantage of some of the great things our student athletes are doing. We got a great set of coaches. Been doing it in the classroom, really doing it in the community. It's part of culture, and I think I told you last time we had started we call it the Flight Plan. It's a career development program. You have to do internships by your junior year. It's career coaching. That's starting to grow. So a lot of our student athletes are getting their jobs after they leave, getting that experiential, experience that they need to compete with their peers. And so I feel really good about the culture, and because we did a strategic plan, the community is saying the same thing. So I think everybody thinks we're headed in the right direction. direction. So I'm excited. I'm ready to go. We still got 2 track athletes that are going to compete for nationals out there in Oregon in track and field. But we've done a lot of benchmarks and a lot of things are happening.
Yeah.
And next week, I want you guys to stay tuned. It's going to be a great announcement.
Okay.
Next Friday. It's going to be a really neat announcement. You guys going to, you'll be on the email.
Okay.
But it's going to be a great announcement. You want to be there.
Oh, we got you.
June 9th.
June 9th.
Remember that. Remember that.
Now, you guys have been doing some. I want to talk about baseball right now because you guys have done some exciting things on the baseball field this year. Took down UGA this year.
Yeah. I mean, I think those midweek games are always good for our team. I think we always get excited to play them, and I think we look at our foes, Georgia Tech, Georgia, even the Auburns of the world, and say we can compete at that level, especially in midweeks. Maybe you can't do it every day, all the time, but I think there is not that persona that we can't be one of the best baseball teams in the state of Georgia. So we take pride in that. Our players take pride in that. A lot of them from Georgia.
Right.
So they played against a lot of these guys. So, the year didn't end the way we wanted to end, but we've got some great talent. We had some great leadership in our seniors.
And they're young, too.
Yeah,
you got
so
some young talent.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
I think one of the things that a lot of people don't know is some of the hires you've been making over the past years. For basketball, you got Al Skinner, name. And then you went to the women's basketball. I don't want to say her name right. Agnes Baronato.
We call it Coach B.
Coach B.
For sure.
Make it easy.
For sure. Yeah, Coach B.
Coach B, I mean, those are nationally recognized coaches that you're going to get at Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
So I think the finger just went up. Before we get deep into it, I want to make sure we get into it. But my question would be is, being able to pull guys like that, having a Coach Bohannon and guys like that, what has it done for the program and just knowing that those type of names are there?
Yeah, I really think we've been very fortunate, very blessed, and that is true. Everything has been guided by by the man up above. But at the same time,
hold on to that. The fingers done went up. She didn't.
She over there tripping.
Yeah, once she start pointing, we gonna get in trouble over here. So.
Okay, all right. But the honest truth, to get an Al Skinner and to get an Agnes Baronato, 2 Big East legends.
Yeah.
Baronato is an ACC in their Hall of Fame. Al Skinner is in the Hall of Fame at UMass. I feel very fortunate, and our players are going to get something that not everybody gets at this level. They've seen it, they've done it, they've been there, done that. But the other same time is that if you asked them, can I speak to a player from 1990? They would be able to say, let me get him on the phone.
Wow. We'll be right back. We got more with Vaughn Williams. Stay with us.
Hello, everybody. It's Rodell Lewis, inviting you to join the Jen and Rodell in the ATL show on SSNATL.com as we simulcast with 247praiseradio.com Saturday starting at 8 a.m.
Oh, my God!
It's a taste of tradition where we play great gospel music, great artists, interviews, and a lot of fun.
That's wonderful.
So join Jen and Rodell in the ATL as we get our praise on 247praiseradio.com, simulcasting on SSNATL.com.
Major key alert. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
Hey guys, it's your girl Brenna B. I want to tell you about something pretty amazing. My friends over at Buckhead Laser Lipo have an option for you. You want to lose those inches? You want to get in shape? Spring is here. Summer is upon us. We have a way for you to lose those inches quickly. Immediately see results. $99 is your first treatment. No surgery, no pain, no downtime, just inch loss. Who doesn't want to be in shape for the summer? Buckhead Laser Lipo, 678-871-0097.
BuckheadLaserLipo.com.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This is Amar Batman Carroll. You listen to The Crush, the only sports radio show that they're going to keep it real in the A on Sensation Station Network.
And we're back. We're still doing our question interview right now, brought to you by ORC Software with the athletic director of Kennesaw State, Vaughn Williams. We were talking about it, and you were talking about just being able to get this type of talent, and we talked about a little bit about Coach Bohannon, what he's been able to do. Me and Macy always say, we were always, like you were so gracious to talk about us doing what we do. You was our first school, so we will always be indebted to Kennesaw State. Be on that. Yeah,
like somebody else called. No, we're going to Kennesaw.
We got to Kennesaw. That's the first game we do every week.
We got to see
that correctly.
Yeah. Oh no. They on the road. Okay. Yeah.
We might.
We like so. Yeah.
But to see where it's grown, I mean, now you got guys going into the league and the Canadian Football League. You're challenging for the conference title every year, and the program
it's only going to get better.
Gets bigger and better, and people are wanting to play. Maceo has been saying for years, most well-kept secret in Georgia is up here in Kennesaw State. Just describe how it is to see the football program blossom in 3 years.
It's hard to explain. You know, me and Bohannon were talking about this last week. We were remembering when we talked about what was the goal for the first year, and that was to win the first ever game and the first home game ever. Everybody remembers that. That was going to be on the paraphernalia and all that kind of stuff. But I will say that I continue to be so impressed about the consistency and the commitment of Coach Bohannon to do it the right way. And then along with the coaches and the team he's had surrounded around him, around people that just really love on these student athletes and really grow this thing. And it's really, really neat to watch evolve. Obviously, we're not in the profession to let young people go to the pros. That's not what we get into it for. We know that we're impacting lives in a meaningful way, and we're pouring in. But when you do have Blackman, who went out for the Colts and made it on a free agent contract, and he graduated the week before, as I was telling you. Faro, the same thing, the CFL. That completes. These are good young men that represent Kennesaw State well. They work hard. They went to class. They were leaders, and now they get to be rewarded a little bit more. For doing something that they continue to love to do. So that was a bittersweet moment,
Yeah.
We're sitting here and going, oh my goodness. I can't say I'm not playing in the NFL, but we made it. We made it.
Right.
We made it to the CFL. So
we made it, baby.
I mean, so it's really neat to watch, and I know what's coming.
Yeah.
I know it's coming, and as long as we can stay the course and keep the main thing, and keep our focus on the student athlete, not the focus about the championship, but the focus on the process and developing these young men. We can always do that, and I know Bohannon will, with his coaching staff, that we got a chance to do something very, very special. And so I'm ready for year 3. We're 14 Thursdays from game 1.
14 Thursdays.
You on the countdown. I see.
No 100 days.
Yeah.
14 Thursdays.
14
you know what I mean?
Thursdays.
14 Thursdays.
They're making it a little quicker.
Yeah.
One of my favorite kids in the program is Justin Sumter. It looks like he's poised to have a very big senior season. Yeah. Just talk about how the impact he's had on that campus.
Well, let's talk about it. Justin's got 2 years left.
Oh my God!
Really?
Yeah. So it's what you're seeing right now is we got players, a core of our group, quarterback, running back. I mean, they've got 2 more years. 18 is when they'll graduate. Now, Sumter got injured, as you know, and I think everything happens for a reason.
Right.
And I think he's definitely going to tackle this year in a different meaning. As he was ready last year to play, and he was having a great season until the injury. So I think you need those things to happen to some of those leaders that people look towards. To once again, it's about, as we call it, it's about this privilege we get to do every day, to pick up the ball, to pick up the bat, to do whatever we do. in athletics. And I think, once again, we'll attack it a little bit differently. And I think that'll be the onus about how we attack this year.
We got to take another break real quick. When we come back, we're going to continue our discussion. Because one thing we want to do, this is Recruiting 101 Day. So we want to talk about high schools and academics and all that, and making sure that ties into it. But I also want to talk about community as well. You mentioned that earlier, so we're going to talk about that. So, hey, man, we still got more with them, so stay with us. It's The Crush.
My savings are gone.
Okay, where were they last?
Here, right before I spent them on that vacation to Aruba.
Weird. Not weird. Not saving now means no money later. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers, people who can change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
This is Bobby Yoller from the Ohio State. I'm kicking with The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hey, man, we're back. Still doing our question interview with Kennesaw State Athletic Director Vaughn Williams. Vaughn, being from that area and seeing it, Maceo said it. I think we're back about 2 years ago. We were like one of the best kept secrets in Georgia. But now it seems like the community in North Georgia has accepted Kennesaw State, as well as now it's going down to the metro Atlanta area and things of that nature. How's that been? And talk about the community involvement and just the growth of the athletic program as well, and the school.
Yeah, I think, once again, Bohannon, me and him were talking about this, about recruiting and how different it's been now to 3 years ago when we went to a high school. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real.
Hey, we're Kennesaw State.
But yeah. What is the KSC? But I think the thing is you can't just take the nexus of athletics. The institution has moved forward in so many ways, and that's from STEM, a very diverse institution. I mean, 45% minority. Wow. So it is a very diverse institution in all of its realms of everything that it does, from engineering to English to education to everything. And it has helped, and it's helped a lot of our other coaches. And now there's more presence, and so soccer and everybody else. And that was the plan from the beginning when I first came here from up north. But if we could utilize the value of Kennesaw State and the growth and the potential and get Georgia behind it, we could be a very powerful entity amongst, in our athletic realm of where we sit on the FCS level. So I'm extremely pleased that our coaches have really bought into it in every sport, and I think we're seeing the value of it, and it's spreading and spreading and spreading. And so we got to do it one person at a time, one school at a time, one community at a time. But that's the way it's got to be done, and at the same time, it kind of condenses what we've got to do. But we're about the community, and we should be, and we want to be Northwest Georgia's team, and we believe there's enough room to have 2 teams or 3 teams. So, you know what I mean? Come on now. It's not all about Kennesaw State. If you're an Alabama fan or whatever that might be, I don't have any problems with that.
Yeah.
We're going to turn people to the black and gold, and once we get them turning to black and gold, that's it. They want to be ours.
Real quick, 35,000 population?
35,000.
Wow.
Yeah, 35,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 35,000, everybody.
Especially being from Atlanta and knowing where Kennesaw State truly came from.
Right.
Like that little one building used to be.
Yeah. I mean, I took some classes up there, so I just remember there wasn't really a campus. I mean, there was a campus, but there was no living.
Right,
And, like all those things that have come about and have made that the institution that it is right now. So just thinking about high school and because obviously that's where I am and what my concentration is getting those kids on to the next level. When you come into school, let's just talk about what are you looking for in these guys or girls?
Yeah, I think for Kennesaw State Owl, I think there's a couple things that we're looking for. Obviously, you've got to be able to somehow show that you have potential to make it in college. And at the Kennesaw State level. So academics is important.
Academics.
I don't think academics sets everything. I don't think that always tells because of environment and those type of things. But I think you have the potential and hard work. And I think then there's character, there's team, there's integrity, there's hard work. Some of the, I would like to say, throwback features that we all need to know.
The things that we preach about on here every week.
So, it's funny that you say all those things.
Yeah, so it's the throwback. We want grit. I mean, we want that. We want people that want to achieve and gonna work for it. Because at the same time, if you have a student that potentially might not have the academic prowess, maybe because of structure, maybe because they haven't really matured yet or done that, but then the hard work comes in because you can achieve that. So those are the things. I don't think academics necessarily defines one, but I do think we got to have some students that have that base and foundation that we can build upon, that they can be successful citizens.
Hey, man.
Did I answer that question?
No, that was beautiful.
Yeah, integrity.
That was beautiful.
All those words that we always
hard
use.
work. Hey, man, it ain't easy. We'll be right back.
Major key alert. Life is like school. You will be tested, so pass it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda. That's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team.
I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place this first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined.
I am disciplined, physically and mentally.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
I'm Fred Khalil of CBS 46 Sports. You're listening to The Crush on the Sensation Station Network.
Oh, man, it's just always, every year, man, we like to say, man, to bring Vaughn in here every year, Mace, man, it's been just...
Man, get your mind right, baby. Get your mind right, man.
Learn some things,
mind
man.
right, man.
Hey, man, it's it's The Crush. We're back. We're doing our crushing interview with Vaughn Williams, athletic director of Kennesaw State. I know you don't like to talk about your own achievements too much, but we kind of teased it during the end. But to get that athletic director of the year, Under Armour, to get that presented to you, talk about yourself for a minute, Vaughn. I know you don't like to.
Brag a minute.
Just a little
brag
bit,
a minute.
That's a big achievement. I mean, to be able to do what you've done.
Look at the humbleness. Now let me hear one of that.
Boy, you done walked in.
First of all,
giving thanks.
I like to thank myself for showing up every day. Nah.
I thought those 10 to 12 hours I was doing them. What would y'all? Just talk about it for a minute. I know you're not that type of guy, but talk about it for a minute.
I think, it's been I'm sorry. I think, I think it's a testament to a community and people's belief and faith, sometimes doubt of what we could do and what we're trying to do. So I really do, seriously. There's just so many people that have been involved in it because I went out and we go to do the right thing, right? We want to build student athletes, want to pour into the lives of our people that are entrusted to us, and then we want to go out hard in the community and try to start something that many didn't think could be done. Some that have been thinking about it for a long time, and we were able to do that with the right people. And so there are a lot of coaches, a lot of student athletes, and a lot of community, and a lot of staff members that have worked into it. I thought it was a validation for all of us that, you know what, it's being noticed, it's being done. This place is doing some good things, and that's what it is. And I feel very fortunate to be on the stage, and I will be in 2 weeks. They've asked me to speak on behalf of all the athletic directors that have won, of all divisions. And I think that speaks again to what our brand is becoming, and I think people know that I do it for the right reasons. So, it is very humbling. Am I proud? Yeah, I'm proud. My mom's proud. My student athletes are proud. My student athletes are proud, but I think it's for Kennesaw, the nation, the black and gold nation. Imagine where we were 5 years ago. Yeah. Now we sit here and, it's a different time. So we've got to, can't really relish about it. We've got to, it's a privilege and it's an honor. And that means we got more. With that comes more responsibility. So I got more responsibility than I ever had, and I got to recognize it.
See what I'm saying?
That makes sense?
Yeah, see what I'm saying? He's saying it's more work to do.
Yeah.
Well, I would have been like, so I need this trophy. I ain't going to do that.
You'd be like Jordan at the podium when you got there with him.
First of all, I just want to thank all you guys for doubting us. We're going to beat you next year.
Y'all didn't think we would win. But.
Yeah. And we're going to wear new uniforms against y'all, too. But just, Wendy was talking about earlier, just the changes on the campus. What is the one thing that when you bring people to campus, what is the one thing they're shocked about when they step on campus at Kennesaw State?
I think from an overall impression of the everyday student, it might be the facility, location. They're very impressed about the feel, the look, facilities, right? I think for our student athletes when they come, it's about what we offer. We pour into them. So we talk about love. We talk about pouring in. We talk about the challenge of self-accusation and knowing who you are, that you're called to excellence, but you have to decide that. We talk about, we're honest about it's going to take work. We're not here. We can't just do this alone. And we talk about, but if you do this, we're going to set you up. We have connection in the business. We're doing things that are going to make you a better person. And I think they go there and they it out. And there's validation, there's testimony of what's going on. So we're not talking about it, we're doing it.
Wow.
I'm in love.
Hey.
That's okay.
I'm in love.
That's good.
I'm going on.
All right, man, we got to take a quick break.
I'm going to go back to grad school.
No, you ain't.
Yes, I am. I got 1 more year eligibility.
Wait a minute.
My clock gone.
5 years. The clock stopped ticking a long time ago.
Hey, man, when we come back, man, we got to keep talking with our man, Vaughn Williams.
JBT 700 Miami Circle 30324. It's not a chain, it's a chain reaction.
Invest $49 a month at a real gym.
For more info, go to facebook.com/Jeans Body Tech.
It's a Sensation Station Wealth Nation collaboration celebrating 7 years going hard in Always Radio Now. The Go Hard, Go Home Summer Series returns and kicks off at Red Martini Lounge July 6th with multi-platinum selling artist Silk the Shocker. Performing all hits with the celebrity red carpet brought to you by The Hype Magazine. It's no limit forever. The Hype Magazine, Wealth Nation, and Sensation Station Network celebrating 7 years goes hard July 6th at Red Martini Lounge. Tickets only $10. Get more info at ssnatl.com.
I know you got a man and all. Move on and move my way.
So,
I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Hey y'all, what's up? This is your girl Erica hanging out with Maceo and Glaze on the Crush Sensation Station Network. We talk about that NFL on Tuesdays. That's right. Go Falcons.
I'm just thinking about our producer, Lee. Anyway, we're back, man, and just, like I say, man, it's always an honor, man. I just remember the first time you came in here, you brought helmets and programs, and we had our first game this week. You've went and just to look, what is next for Kennesaw State Athletics? I mean, the summer's here. Like you said, you got 2 going to the national championships in track in Oregon. And, you know, we expect, I'm not going to lie, I'm expecting the conference title. Maybe I'm a little early, but we were there last year. We were smelling it. But that basketball, you got 2 great ones. Like you talk about the young youth in baseball. What are your expectations for 17-18?
Well, I think it has a chance of being a very explosive year. And I think that's from everything that we do. Volleyball, women's soccer, cross country, both track programs, obviously, men's and women's track. Lacrosse won the most games, women's lacrosse most games. They have softball. We hired a great coach that's going to, baseball, golfs, tennis. I'm looking forward, and I think we try not to talk about championships. We try to talk about the process. And if we stay on the process, then the rest will happen, and this is what happened this year. We didn't talk about it, and we got second. We were second in the all-sports standings. So I think the swagger is starting to partake in everything that we're doing, and culture starting to build like this is what is expected. Expected of not championships necessarily, but being at our best. And I think being better the next day, the next game, the next match. So I think people have been waiting for it, and I think the next 2 years we could have a tremendous explosion. And if you get on the football side of things, I think, on paper, I think we have an opportunity to really do something special. I don't try to talk out of terms, but I think our team would be disappointed if we didn't go to the playoffs next year. So you try not to get into those things because you don't want to put undue pressure on coaches that work hard on everything, right? The holistic approach to our student athletes. But winning is about to happen. I really believe that. But the rest of the stuff is happening, which is even sometimes more rewarding than that. And so I'm really excited about another year in the culture, another year to build, launch a capital campaign, hopefully launch our strategic plan, let the community know what we need to do to be at the top and to service our student athletes the best way possible. So that's what we're talking about next year.
Definitely one of the best experiences you guys game day experience on Saturday at home on campus. And every year it's just getting bigger and bigger. Like, it was easy to park the first year. The second year, like last year, like, boy, if you didn't get up there 5 hours before kickoff, you were in trouble. Just talk about just the atmosphere that you guys are building around now.
Yeah, I think we're really digging hard into students and the community. We need the students to continue to enjoy and be part of that, the legacy, right? To not watch legacy, to not watch tradition, but to build tradition. And sometimes when you don't have the championship or maybe Georgia and Auburn coming in, it can be that. But I think we can really do different things to make sure that we're a viable part of their experience. So we're going to continue to dig in, to continue to work with our community. As you know, we got a community committee that works on how we get the community more involved in what we do, and I think we can continue to improve game day. But Al walk compared to first year, this year, people are expecting it. People are feeling good about it. And now we need everybody in the stadium, and we want to create that home field advantage.
This past season, y'all had like 2 stores set up outside to go along with the store inside. So I was like, oh yeah, people are really buying. Like say, my daughter was there. After we left the game, she was like, hey, we need to go back to Kennesaw State gear. So I had to buy sweatshirt and
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks for your donation.
Another victim.
Macy was like, I'm like, hey, man, be careful, bro.
Yeah, man. She was like, "Oh, Daddy, can we go get a sweatshirt or hat?" I'm like, "Hold on." And like I said, Kennesaw State is on her list.
Yeah. Which is good. I mean, and just, real quick, just to talk about, you went from day games only Saturday. You had night games. Now you're going Thursdays. I mean, you're getting some prime time.
Hello, ESPN.
Yeah,
Hello, Fox.
I mean, it's just a lot of growth, man, and that's how we can tell. Like I say, you went from a Saturday at 1 o'clock every week. We could just, hey, Kennesaw play at 1 o'clock.
Be
Be
there
like,
at 10.
we got the lights on this year, man. It's just crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, systematic approach, and once again, we knew we were in a community that we had to show them what we could do, and they had to trust us. And I think if the community can trust you, how you're going to handle your business, then they will be more apt to be around it. And that was the big thing about that. As much as people like the night games, because it gets hot in our stadium, especially on the east side. The east side gets really hot.
That sun beats down.
But that's kind of what we're doing. So
we about to take a break. We come back. We're gonna finish up our interview with Vaughn. So stay with us. It's the Crush.
You use Tearless baby shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bath water to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Hey, Crush fans, I'm Tanisha Fernandez. You're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hey, man, we are back. Hey, man, like I say, man, every year we look forward to this interview. We've been honored that you came here for 3 years now and been able to come in here and talk with us. This little old show in Buckhead.
I'll come back in the fall if you want.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Just when you think back 5 years ago,
yes,
when you got the nod as the AD, are you on schedule, below, or above where you thought you'd be at right now?
I think there's a lot of things that are on schedule. There's some things before schedule, I think.
He might as
I think you got to take your environment and take the wins when you can.
Right.
And adjust. So I never looked at it as we got to be here. Obviously, both basketball programs, I wish we were further along than they are right now. But I think everything happens for a reason. And football has stepped. So there's been a lot that's gone on. So I don't really complain I don't look at it that we failed this or failed that. I think we took advantage of opportunities as they were presented. And, once again, I'm a new leader still, learning. I'm still learning how to be an athletic director in a lot of ways. And my job has changed every year since I've been here. So I think you got to adapt and change and grow and be willing to make mistakes. I had a great president's administration that allowed me to do that. And then we've got to allow that to happen at the lower level as well. So that's kind of how people grow. That's how you get people to be the best they can be, and that's kind of the formula maybe to our success.
With your football stadium, in my mind,
Be
I'm
careful.
thinking.
Be careful.
Know what I'm saying? No, I think you guys built it the way you built it because you know that in a few years you're gonna have to widen it and expand it. Was that the reason?
You got any questions?
No, man.
No, I'm on Hey, what I'm gonna say is we've got to build a foundation. We still don't have a foundation. A lot of things that we're doing. I think yes, it does have capability to be expanded. Yes, and they had that was before I came that they thought about that, and I thank them for that. But we've got a lot of work to be done to make sure that we've got a more demand than it is now, and an environment that is even more robust than what we think it is now. I want a crazy environment. I want people saying,
It's coming.
You don't want to go there and play.
It's
you don't want
coming.
to go to the bank and play.
It's coming.
So
to the bank.
That's kind of that's what we got to do. And so we've got to continue to invest. And like I said, you guys, we talked about this before. Anything we do now, it's not about next year. It's about 10, 15, 20, 25 years from now. I think that's when we're going to sit back and maybe you got me on the show. You guys will be downtown in this big old studio. And be like, I wonder what Vaughn's doing now. And I'll be like, hey, now look at
Now we're
Kennesaw.
good. Yeah, we got your phone number.
And that's what we built. That's what we built. And I think we need to build it in that for everybody thinking about today. We need to think about it. How is it going to impact then? And that's why every relationship, like the relationship you and I are having, us here, me being here today, and everything that we do in the community is critically important.
How important is legacy to you?
I think it always is. I think legacy should be important to every person since they're born. I think legacy, what are you going to do? What's going to be your legacy? We talk about to our student athletes. Everybody should think in that mindset about what their gift to the world is going to be. And I think that's critically important. Sometimes we don't think that should be something we should talk about. No, we should talk about it. And I talk about our student athlete. What are you going to leave behind? What are you going to leave? What life are you going to impact? What are you going to do? So I think it's important. I think we can't deny that. I think it's important. That makes sense?
Makes a ton of sense.
I love it.
Makes a ton of sense.
I love it, man. I can't wait for 14 Thursdays.
14 Thursdays.
14 Thursdays.
You know, we're
Well,
going
not
to
it'll
start.
be 13.
We're going to start marking
It'll
it.
be
13
yeah,
tomorrow.
I'm on deck. I'm ready.
So before we let you go, sir, anything you want to say to the people out there, just any shout outs or anything like that before you leave?
I think everybody just needs to know that Kennesaw State is more than a viable option in higher education and a very viable option in Northwest Georgia and the state of Georgia and beyond. We've got a lot of growing left to be done. And I think from an athletic perspective, no different than the university perspective, what makes us different is that it's about people. And we're trying to impact lives one person at a time. You go there for school, you're going to get that impact. For our student athletes, we're going to make that impact. We're going to pour in. And I think that's what makes the environment, a family, a small 35,000, but I tell you, it doesn't feel like it. And that's what's different about us. And as long as we can continue to keep that culture that has gotten to us where we are and not forget about it and serve the community, the greater community, I think we can do things. Support the Owls. And then the last shout out is going to be an announcement next Friday. Get ready. It's going to be an announcement.
Must be major. Man.
It's going to be an announcement next Friday. It's
Major.
Gonna be good. It's going to be good. So I'll make sure you guys know what's going on next Friday. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. You're going to like that next Friday.
Every time y'all do something new, boy, it'd be big. So, yeah. Again, Vaughn, we thank you, man. We appreciate you as always, man. And you know you're going to see us all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks for doing what you do, and thanks for your support as well.
Let's get Michael Irvin on the sideline next year.
We'll be right back.
Health is at stake. Diabetes, gout, high blood pressure, inflammation, and joint pain, even weight loss. It's time to end your battle. The Abundant Life Movement is dedicated to the building of generational health by transforming your water with the power of alkaline to improve hydration and fight against acidic and unhealthy conditions in the body. Here's a testimonial from Linda Rogers Brown and Pamela McMillan.
2011, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had no pain and no symptoms associated with that illness. It's a silent killer. I was introduced to Extreme X2O alkaline water, and within 2 days of drinking it, I was off all my pain medicine, and now we're 6 years strong, no chemo, no radiation, no cancer.
I am a 3-time cancer survivor. I was born with thyroid cancer. By being on the alkaline products allowed me to be able to cope currently with colon cancer. Now I'm able to function and be more mobile within 3 days of being on the product.
Extreme X2O, when the water you're drinking is damaging your health. Extreme X2O. For more info, AbundantLifeMovement.com or call 910-527-2260.
I'm more resourceful than I thought.
My suit can still make an impression.
My video games are still game changers.
And my lamp can bring others a bright future.
Because when I donate my stuff to Goodwill,
it helps fund job placement and training for people right in my community.
Now my stuff gets a second chance.
And will give someone in my community
a second chance too.
Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. That's goodwill.org. This message brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is big business. This is the American West.
Station Network.
See ya.
Hot topics.
We're going to this hot topic brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dancy. Your smile has become to you. You should become to us. Dr. Kevin Dancy, the practice dentistry, is 16 years in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. His office is located at 3752 Cascade Road, Suite 190. Complete family dentistry with everything you need in one office. Call and make an appointment at 678-836-2118. That's 678-836-2118. Go ahead with the hot topic, make sure.
So, Glaze, and this is a topic that you're really going to be able to speak on. I was fortunate enough to have a conversation with a couple of high school coaches, ITP, today. Mm-hmm. We got on the conference call, and they feel like, certain coaches feel like, how can a principal bring me in and tell me the demands of my job as a coach when I don't have the same instruments and opportunities to compete that, say, the school's OTP facilities?
Explain what ITP and OTP mean.
So inside the perimeter, outside the perimeter
of 285 in Atlanta. So
right.
That's how we talk. ITP
so
and OTP.
One of the things they were discussing was like, how can my principal, when I don't have a proper weight room, when I don't have a booster club, how do you expect me to win my region and compete at the level when I don't have the tools? Just talk about some of the advantages that you guys have, Glaze, OTP.
Some of the things I never understood, and it's just not from just an OTP, from the country level, from Lincoln County. I never understood the sharing of the fields that y'all have to do in ITP. Mm-hmm. You know, and what I mean by that is, what people don't know about inside the perimeter is that on most of y'all games on Friday and Saturday are
APS and DeKalb.
3 or 4 games.
The Sheriff
Stadium. Mm-hmm. Weight room facilities, that makes a difference. We saw it last year when we saw the 6A, was it 7A? Semifinals.
7A semifinals.
When Roswell played Westlake. Mm-hmm. 2 different things. Field houses, coaches having to coach and teach.
AD's having to coach
and
teach.
And that was one of the biggest things they were talking about today.
Yeah.
Was the fact that how can my principal bring me in and tell me about this new expectation they have for the program when I don't have the resources that the other guys in my region have?
Because the one thing that we had coach from Cale High School, which is in Marietta, which is OTP, when I told him about the field situation, he looked like, what would I do without a field? It's like it doesn't even make sense. And when I tell people what Mays was able to do, what Westlake was able to do, y'all have to understand this is, I want to say miracle, but you telling them
against the odds.
They having, it's like if we would have, it's like us going 8-2 back in the day at Morris Brown with our facilities. You know what I'm saying?
We made a run to the playoffs.
That's why, and that's why, and you know how hard that would have been.
Right.
Because we had to go to Albany State. They got a nice uniform. We were playing in practice jersey one year.
Practice jerseys for half a season.
And it just, I commend the Earth Winds and the guys who can do it, because you have to do who was that coach that was in here? Said he had to teach 7 classes.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to make it seem like you a high school coach, but y'all don't understand the difference. If I can just do football and hall monitoring all day,
right?
Make sure kids get to lunch on time,
right?
And worry about the game on Friday instead of saying I got to do lesson plans and to do tests. I got to put my report cards out there. Oh yeah, and then I got to coach.
Call parents.
And then I got teachers. I got parent teacher meetings.
Right.
All that, and still got to coach a game on Friday.
Whereas the Brookwoods and the Parkviews and the Grayson, the head coach, he in the field. Like, some of these guys don't even know what the inside of the school building look like.
And I've always said, man.
And a lot of them have a me. They may not publicize it, but they have someone that's doing the work.
And I want to ask this: is Langston kind of what are they kind of like? They have to do the whole thing as well, teaching the whole thing.
How many classes Cannon got?
We finally got Cannon a half load.
Okay,
half load.
This past year.
Half load.
So he teaches, but now remember, Cannon is an AD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's the head football coach.
Yeah.
And he's a math teacher.
I want to ask you, Mace, you did
It's a lot of work.
I mean, how did y'all do it?
It's tough because
wing and approve.
because what ends up happening and what people don't understand and when you start talking about people who rag coaches, like, do you understand what that coach has to do? For me to really get my football work in, I have to do it when I get home.
I can't even fathom.
But you have a family too, and that's the other piece.
But that's what people don't understand.
I just, when they win, I sit there and say, y'all don't I tell people up there, y'all don't know what they do. Up here, we lucky. I mean, our teachers go around and all that. I just say, all the coaches that we know that's in the ITP, I sit there and say, y'all the hard work coaches in the city. That's why
overworked and underpaid.
I get upset when I hear people complain about the coaches in the ITP, because I say, y'all, we have it great. We about to redo our fields in Cobb County
again.
For the second,
like y'all really need some more field
I
turf.
said something about our field, and they were like, "Oh, it looks fine." I'm like, "No, it don't look like everybody else's."
It's time to redo it.
But I just
they said it looks okay.
I told you, Mace, and y'all, it's amazing. Every time y'all have somebody in the Final Four, every time somebody get to the Dome, I just sit there and say, I don't know how y'all do it. I
we're
don't.
technically outside, but we really inside.
Y'all close
technically.
enough.
Well, y'all got some.
We're not but 10 minutes outside.
Yeah, y'all got some ITP tendencies.
Do we?
Yeah, y'all got a few of those. But it was funny to listen to my guy complain and what ends up happening. This is why so many coaches stop coaching. Or you have a coach who did work ITP, and then when he goes OTP, I'm never coming back.
Right.
That's why we had one of our friends do that.
Right.
We were like.
So either you pushing them to OTP or you're pushing them out of coaching altogether.
Look who we got
because
here now. This guy here right there.
because of all everything that comes along with being inside or very close to the inside, it's too much. It is. I don't even know. I mean, and because I work so closely with the coaches, I don't know how they do it.
No.
And honestly, like, I think Cannon will even say now, like, if he did not have a me there to help him with a lot of the paperwork and checking on the kids, like, he doesn't have time to do that because he's teaching a class and he has to do all the follow-up and everything that any other teacher would have to do.
He's a teacher first.
And I always see, man.
And he teaches math.
And I see, like, at Mays, two of our guys, Booby and Coach Hood, they love what they do. I mean, they win
they
state
just love what they
championships
do.
in track and baseball. They're doing so much, and I'm like, how? I grew up in Lincoln County, which was about 800 people. Our head coach was foot on the desk, coaching, doing hall monitoring, and I'm sitting there like, when I get up here, I'm like, I don't know how you do it.
And that's the other part. Teach 3 classes. 4th period, he tries to go and write out the plan for practice for the day. But on his day off, they got him hall monitoring, so he doesn't even really have a day off to work on that stuff.
Hey man, we'll be right back because I don't know how they do it. It's a physics equation.
Without a doubt.
And so a new American industry has been born.
Sensation Station Network.
The Crush second hour brought to you by the Cobb Football League. Registration is now open. The Cobb Football League provides a high school feeder youth football and cheer program for kids in K through 5th grade in Cobb County, Paulding County, Marietta City, Roswell City Schools. Go to cobbfootball.com for more information. Hey, we're going to our second hour right now on the Sensation Station Network and also on WBLZsports.com. And I get kind of passionate about this because I didn't know.
Yeah.
And a friend of ours got bombarded, I can say.
Got railroaded.
And it's like the community turned their back on it. And I kind of sat there like, do you know what he went through? You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know. And I felt sorry for him once they started talking to me. Like Maceo, I tell Maceo all the time, how'd y'all lose with all this talent, that we walked through the door? Then I learned, it's the environment.
Right.
So Mace, how did the coach feel that you talked about, man? What was his biggest?
Honestly, he was ready to hang him up today.
Wow.
I honestly had to talk him off the ledge today because he just felt like he was like, dude, I don't have what I need to compete against the people in my region.
Right.
Wow.
When you look at now, Colquitt County has an indoor practice facility now.
It's ridiculous.
How much better are they going to be? Imagine not missing not one practice.
Right.
Wow.
Because now it's a thing where now heat is a factor. Well, if I got an indoor practice facility, it's gonna be 75, 65. I control the temperature.
Yeah.
How much of an advantage do Colquitt? How much more an advantage do they need?
What also frustrates me as well is, and we talked about this. We're gonna go to the Corky Kell Classic again this year. No APS schools and ITP schools are represented. That's a big thing that could be for just exposure alone for your school. You on TV, you got, what I'm saying. When I saw Roswell, and I keep talking about the Roswell Westlake game, Mason, what would they have on the sideline?
Man, tents, TVs, heated this, heated that,
and they came to Lakewood with all that.
Well, they came there. They had to rent it.
They brought a trailer with them.
Yeah. They unloaded all that and loaded it back up. Yeah.
And I'm looking at Westlake like, y'all can't
just
win.
show
How can you win?
It's
they
hard.
did.
It's hard. The coaches are so frustrated. To come out of a meeting with your principal and then you like, well, what are you providing me? Look at my weight room. Like when is my weight room going to remodel?
And the truth of it is, like, for us, I know, and so that would include Westlake, those schools, unless you have a booster club, it's just the money that you raise off of gate.
Yeah. And we've seen what they,
The gate may or may not bring anything. It
depends on who you're playing.
It depends on who your opponent is. And so, when uniforms got to be repaired. Instead of getting a new jersey, ordering a new jersey, a lot of times you got to send stuff out to be repaired versus ordering new when there's a rip in the jersey. So it's going to rip the next game again.
Understand
so
this.
There are things I'm telling you that, like, it has opened my eyes working with the AD and coaches at our school, even the basketball coach for the past couple of years. It has really opened my eyes as to what goes on.
Wow.
Imagine if Under Armour shows up to your school every year to specifically size your players. So number 1 can't wear number 2 jersey. Number 2 can't wear number 3 jersey.
That's not how our deal worked.
I'm just telling you.
We got largest, mediums.
Yeah. So like when you graduate, you got to take that jersey because the jersey is custom to your body.
6, 7, 8. Them usually the small ones.
Bro,
You know what numbers? You know what numbers would be.
Yeah,
You know.
You need to start getting in the 30s. That's the size of change.
But you can't wear that 6.
And I can always remember Coach Cantrell, one of the smartest things he ever did. Our parents complained about, we don't have this, we don't have that. He put them on the bus. We took them up to Buford.
Best story ever.
We talked to the Booster Club president. The first thing, when she sat our parents down, the first thing she said, if y'all don't have $300,000 liquid, like on hand, like right now, why do y'all have a Booster Club?
That's how much we get.
I don't want to know.
No. Let me ask you this, and I know we got to break real quick, but how much of this can be changed? And this may be another topic for us by the community alone.
A lot.
I mean, like you said,
they got to stop showing up when it's hot. They got to start showing up like all of a sudden.
Right. They want to show up for the popular games.
Like playoff games instead of, and then even in
or just big rivalry games.
Yeah.
We have a sellout stadium.
Hey man, make sure I got my blood boiling.
You know I do the money, so I know.
We got some wisdom coming up.
Yeah, it's wisdom time.
Hey, we'll be right back.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It's a Sensation Station Wealth Nation collaboration celebrating 7 years going hard in Always Radio Not. The Go Hard, Go Home Summer Series returns. It kicks off at Red Martini Lounge July 6th with multi-platinum selling artist Silk the Shocker. Silk the Shocker performing all hits with the celebrity red carpet brought to you by The Hype Magazine. It's no limit forever. The Hype Magazine, Wealth Nation, and Sensation Station Network celebrating 7 years goes hard July 6th at Red Martini Lounge. Tickets only $10. Get more info at ssnatl.com.
I know you got a man and all. Move on. And move my way.
Y'all need anything else?
Sensation Station Network.
This is Coach Greg Thompson. Tune in to The Crush on the ssnatl.com.
Oh man, before I say that, man, God bless all your ITP coaches, man. I got nothing but love.
Hey man, if Young Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you.
You know what time it is. Hey man, it's time to get a little weird. I gotta let that go. You gotta let that roll through, man. You can't do it. When you ready to drop this on us today?
Of course, I like this song too.
Man, y'all gonna make me start rapping, boy.
What?
My mixtape is about to drop finally.
No.
That mixtape
It's hot.
You've been recording a song a year.
Dude,
it's like detox.
Dog,
right
this mixtape so hot, but it's when this wisdom time, man.
Drop
we'll
it
talk
on
about my mixtape later.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, so you know what? Today I want to talk about unofficial visits.
It's that time.
It's summertime.
It's summertime.
And you know, if in between maybe your 7-on-7s and the other events you have going on, your parents may decide to take a road trip. It's time to take those unofficial visits and see what's out there for you. And I want to just give you some rules around unofficial visits. You know, how to make it work for you and work to your advantage so that you're coming out on the top end of a visit. So, you know, first I would tell you to go ahead and review a roster at the school and their program. Make sure that the college offers the degree you want for starters, because you got to be able to survive there if you cannot continue to play your sport.
If you get hurt, anything can happen.
Anything. Make sure that the school is someplace you can stay without the sport. So go ahead, review the program, review the roster, and review what academics they have there available to you. After that, I want you to look at the school's academic requirements. Make sure that you're on par to being admitted to that school.
That you can get in that school.
Make sure you can get in. Like, don't go looking at Georgia tech if you know you got a 2.0. You're not going to make it. It's not going to work out for you. Let's just be honest. Letter. Right. And then figure out the best time to visit. And in doing that, that may mean that you may have to email someone or get on their website and look and see what they have going on for the summer, because you obviously want to make sure that someone's there. And granted, they usually are there in the summer because they're practicing, but you want to make sure that the time is good, and when you drop by, and when you want to go and see, and if you want to be able to talk to somebody, because I mean, anybody can drive up to a campus and walk around. Yeah. Question is, are you going to talk to somebody while you're there? Right. And that's part of that eye test. That's another opportunity for them to just see you, even if you're just dropping by. So make sure you do that. Make sure that coach has reviewed some of your athletic information. Make sure you've made some type of connection with the coaches there, with the school, with the coaches, whether it be your position coach, the head coach, a trainer, I don't care. Contact someone so that they know that you're coming and they've reviewed your information, at least it's gotten to the right hands. Right. Don't make a trip for nothing. Yeah. Don't have your parents driving around and then you can't see anybody. Schedule your visit. Talk to someone. Make sure they're going to be there. And then make sure you got some good questions prepared for who you're going to see. Talk to these people. Ask them these crucial questions. Yeah. Real questions. Like you said, things that matter in the whole scheme of things. Where would I be on the depth chart? Do I fit the mold of the type of athlete that you recruit for this position? Don't ask how many uniforms they got. Or might I need to change positions? Ask the questions. And then also, you know what? Plan what you're going to wear. Don't roll up with your pants down to your knees. Man, take these hoods off y'all head. Yeah, I mean, just plan out what you're going to wear. Even if you go in athletic clothes, I think that's fine because you're an athlete. But make sure that you look the part that you're trying to play. And I would say this, what someone told me a long time ago: don't dress for the job you have, dress for the job you won't. Right. So, having said that, if you go looking like a bum, you might get the bum position. So just make sure that you are dressing the part. And lastly, make sure you have a list of everything you want to get done while you're on that campus, and make sure you're able to check all those things off.
Yeah, man. And also look at the school that you're going to just look at the environment. That's what Wendy is saying, because don't go when you get dropped off. Because I mean, the eye test go both ways. Because for you, like, you might not like the way them dorms. Yeah, right. You gotta make some of y'all up at it.
That stuff matters.
Right. Cause when that gas go, when they leave you, that's you for a while.
I remember them community classrooms bathrooms didn't work for me. That's all I'm saying.
Community bathrooms don't work for Wendy. We'll be right back.
It's a Sensation Station Wealth Nation collaboration celebrating 7 years going hard in Always Radio.com. The Go Hard, Go Home Summer Series returns. It kicks off at Red Martini Lounge July 6th with multi-platinum selling artist Silk the Shocker. The Shocker performing all hits with the celebrity red carpet brought to you by The Hype Magazine. It's no limit forever. The Hype Magazine, Wealth Nation, and Sensation Station Network celebrating 7 years goes hard July 6th at Red Martini Lounge. Tickets only $10. Get more info at ssnatl.com.
I know you got a man and all. Vaughn. And move my way.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
1 in 7 Americans will struggle with addiction during their lifetime. Want to know how you can help? Go to heretolisten.com for tips and tools to help turn addiction around. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is University of Georgia linebacker Demetrius Douglas. You're tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
Hey, we're back. The brand new flavor in you. Hey, we still a little brand new. Less than 5 years, so we still brand new. Show number what, Wendy?
43.
For Palomino.
Is it 43?
Yeah, it's 43. It's 43 from Palomino. No.
That's why he said no to that last week.
We're about to jump into the crush topic right now, the recruiting topic. Maceo, let's talk about this young man.
Hey, man, so 4-star running back Alaric Williams is officially academically ineligible. So he has to attend a JUCO, but he left a profound message, and clearly he listens to Recruiting 101, everybody. His message for upcoming recruits: school is something you do not play with, and I wish I would have realized this from the day I started high school.
So that's what I preach every year.
So we talk about your process starts that first day you hit the hallways in high school.
And honestly, for some kids, if they are able to take a class or two in 8th grade,
right?
If it's a high school, if it's a 4-credit high school course, then that's you starting before then.
Right.
Because that class gets put on that transcript. It gets put on that transcript.
And for me, I think playing park ball, playing middle school ball or whatever, I think at some point you feel like, you know what, I do want to play at the next level.
Right.
Your mindset you have to start training yourself like that then. But in the 9th grade, 10th grade, your GPA should be high. Like, because especially the way it's set up now, like you can't go to summer school and make up class the way we like, okay, you mess up, I just go to summer school. You can't do that now.
Mm-hmm. One of the saddest stories going along with him is I've known kids that we've coached, and you try to tell them, hey man, get your books. Then senior year, they looking at you like, I got a 2-point I got to go here, I got to go to 18 different schools, and it's sad. I just hope the young man don't give up.
Right.
Because if he's got that much passion now, hopefully he takes the passion to the classroom and do what he needs to do so he get back on the field where he want to play. But I just, it is the most important thing. I'm not even going to sugarcoat. I mean, yes, you got talent on the field. Talent going to do it, but what you're saying?
Hard work beat talent when the talent don't work hard.
It's not just a one place, though. It could be on the field. You can't be hard work on the field. I always look at the program. Remember when the linebacker, he couldn't remember nothing, but they tell him what's this play right here?
He knew right.
It got to be both ways, man. If you don't do it, hard work in the classroom is equally, if not more, important.
Well, Wendy talks about this all the time. Like, in today's time, it's just too many kids doing the right thing.
Yeah.
For you to be, like I said, now it's so easy for these schools to move on.
Yeah.
And this had to be one heck of a kid because Auburn held on to the last possible second.
Because school is out.
School is out.
They were waiting on that last
test. They were waiting on that last
class.
Right.
Because the truth of the matter is you can take one class beyond graduation, and it can be added to your GPA. You can take one class.
Clearly wasn't going to help him. Clearly wasn't going to help him.
If you had, I'm hoping the kid is, his passion. I really, I kind of feel bad, but you kind of made your bed. But also, it's not over.
No, it's not over.
What, you 18?
Yeah. but this is the thing. The reality sets in because now you got to go the long way.
And then there's the truth that comes behind the new JUCO with the JUCO rules now.
Right.
They say now you got to make adequate progress to keep playing.
Right.
You got to, there's so many things that have been set in stone there because before you could just go to a JUCO, play a little bit, and then you was right back on the scene.
Right back on the scene.
It doesn't work like that anymore. Now you've got to go there and you've got to do work and you've got to show that you're capable of being a student.
Yeah.
And some of them can't do that.
And I'm hoping
I hope he can.
I hope he's one of those like to see the passion because I did check it out. I'm like, dude, if you put that in the classroom, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's gonna work, but for Auburn, he must be a real talent. It wasn't like I don't know. We don't do star or whatever, but he must have been real talented.
Well, he's number 2 in the state.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's the number 2 running back from Alabama.
And the thing, if parents. Like, again, I couldn't participate if I came in out deficiency notice. We couldn't bring C's in the house.
And again, remember I think I talked about parents last week.
Yeah.
There's y'all play a part of this thing.
You play a major part.
Like I hate that he has become the victim of it right now.
Yeah. He
plays a part in it, but the parents also play a part in it because if you don't accept anything less than a C coming in your house, then you don't run into this problem.
If it's all C's, you got a 2.0 and you're ineligible.
Right. So my thing is parents have to accept what part they play in this process as well. And these parents played a part in this.
Very much so.
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, boy, we going through it now. But it's good to have connections, though. We just leave it right there.
And know somebody who knows somebody.
We'll be right back.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. You know, I help people solve difficult problems every day, but one problem has me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. Luckily, the Feeding America network of local food banks collects surplus food, giving hope to hungry children and their families. But they need your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hello, everybody. It's Rodell Lewis, inviting you to join the Jen and Rodell in the ATL show on SSNATL.com as we simulcast with 247praiseradio.com Saturday starting at 8 a.m.
Oh, my God!
It's a taste of tradition where we play great gospel music, great artists, interviews, and a lot of fun.
That's wonderful.
So join Jen and Rodell in the ATL as we get our praise on 247praiseradio.com, simulcasting on SSNATL.com.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And lead the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Yo, it's your boy Michael McFadden. If you hear my voice right now, that means you're tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network. Shout out to them Cowboys. Not for real. Maceo Glaze, what up?
Hey, we're back, man. And I wanted to talk to Wendy and Maceo before we go to the next topic because I'm looking at the kid. What's the kid's name again?
Alaric Williams.
You both were... I was a guy who coached. I used to come out my job and go and coach, but y'all was in the school system. When you see a kid who has talent, but you know the structure ain't there at home, what can you do or what do you try to do to help the kid out? Because you know he's got he's a good kid.
You pray.
You know what? In my situation in my school, I actually take them kids under my wing. Like I make sure they have snacks at the school. I give them a safe place with me. When it's time for study hall, I'm like, you come sit with me. I'm checking in with them every day. If I see them in the hall, I'm like, why are you in the hall? Do I need to walk you to class? So my position is a little different. So and a lot of the kids that are like that call me mom. They do because I played that role for them at the school. Wow. I'm the one that's checking up on them, making sure that they have everything that they need to be successful. Does it work all the time? It doesn't, because some people you can't break out of that mold.
Right.
But for some, I've been able to get them back eligible, make sure they have enough classes, adjust that schedule, and make sure that I stay on them and I'm talking to their teachers and their teachers are working with them to make sure. Because my thing is, at the end of the day, I still want to make sure that they know that information. I don't want you passing them because I need, because I know they want to play football. That's not what I want you to do. I want you to work them and help them grow as a student so that they are still prepared year after year. And I have to tell teachers that all the time, don't pass them because you know me and you know that I we want them to play this, that, or that sport. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to still challenge them academically, but challenge them where they are and help them to grow.
And I'm not saying this is this kid's issue. I don't know his home life.
Yeah.
But I just, we used to always fear when kids would go. We'd say after 6 o'clock, that's when we were scared they would leave.
Right.
Because from 7 to 6, we got them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then 6 o'clock, they going home, and we don't know. I mean, make sure you coached it, you saw it. You seen it.
We would when we had Saturday games. I would take my group of kids home on Friday night. Listen, y'all coming to my house. and I'm gonna feed you, y'all, because I know where you are.
Right.
Then Saturday morning, I'm gonna feed you, get you up, and then make sure you get a good night's sleep. But the kid has to truly want, and that's one of the things I would always sit down and I talk to kids like, listen, you're not no Rhodes Scholar, you're not this and that, but listen, you have a skill set that can get you out of your situation, but you have to want to get out your situation.
Right.
And like I said, I always hated being the I told you so coach. Because you would see a kid and you pour into the kid, and then he just, like say, I had a kid, loved him to death. Had him in a situation where, dog, you probably going to win a starting job. This kid, with all I did for him, he decided, well, you know what? A cookout was more important than coming to practice that day. Man, I tried to, I was going to end up on the news.
Yeah.
Because I'm
I feel you.
I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get it. And
like me, you feel like I sacrificed everything for you. Like, or these few students. I mean, I have literally spent an entire semester walking you to every class. I'm meeting you outside of class, or I'm meeting you when it's that bell ring on the hall, and I'm like, no, you know you're supposed to go.
Right.
I know where you're supposed to be, so let's go. And I'm holding your hand.
Wow.
How long we gonna keep doing that though?
Because it just piggybacks on what Vaughn said. The girl that came to the school and she had an environment that allowed her to grow.
Right.
It like I say, man. We used to always say, man, 6 o'clock here, guy. Where's he going home to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember you always telling me about that. I'm hearing this kid. I don't know his situation. I don't know his family situation, but I wonder, did that play a part?
And I just wonder too, like Coach Cannon has put a support system in place for our kids, but I know that everybody's not able.
Right.
And then that may be the situation there too. Like they may not have been able to get a support system in place for them.
All right, the fists went up. We gotta take a break. We'll be right back.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He'd guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Indoor baseball, anyone?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
If you're looking for that ratchet, you're in the wrong place. It's the nation's urban internet station, Sensation Station Network.
I'm Nicole Carr with Channel 2 Action News, and you're listening to The Crush on the Sensation Station Network.
Hey, man, we're back. Yeah.
Hey, man, shout out to Nicole Carr running up on the sheriff vehicle like that.
You ran up on?
All right, Nicole, been safe out there in the streets.
You better be careful. Hey, man, we got to talk about Papa Nick.
Yeah, man, so we know when Nick Saban talks, people listen.
Yes, sir.
He said something about those satellite camps, and those satellite camps mysteriously disappeared. Now Nick Saban, he calls the grad transfers, he says the collegiate free agency. He feels the SEC should keep their academic standards in place. And the reason he's saying that is because one Malik Zaire is about to transfer into the conference.
Yep.
And also last year he kind of lost the case because Maurice Smith wanted to follow Kirby Smart to Georgia.
Yep.
Nick don't feel like it's fair. He like, hey, if that's the case, I can beat Alabama and say a kid at Kentucky balling. I can say, hey, why don't you transfer to Alabama? Think about how the playing field would level if I started doing it. Thoughts on Nick Saban, Wendy?
Well, what Nick Saban wants, he tends to get.
He tends to get, right.
I'm going to put that out there first. But I think they're going to have to end up tweaking that policy. I don't know that it's going to be able to stand as is. And I don't know what changes they'll make to it, because you got to think too that it wasn't made across the board. Wasn't it made only to certain
well, the
population?
SEC, the SEC has a strict policy,
right? So they're gonna have to ease up off of that. They're gonna have to tweak that policy, because it wasn't given across the board. Number one, and again, Nick Saban.
He just putting it out there for public consumption.
He's just gonna let them know,
right?
Yeah, Malik Zaire coming in caused a lot of that too.
Right.
You like,
man.
But what's funny is Florida don't even play Alabama. But possibly in the SEC championship game.
He's thinking way.
But this is the genius of one Nick Saban.
He's like E.F. Hutton back today.
Yeah.
He taught people
listen.
And Nick he wants every competitive advantage.
He wants every
they're going to have to make
advantage.
the rules. They're going to have to tweak the rules so that they can make it across everyone. Because what it does is it starts giving other teams an unfair advantage, because you have these seasoned players that now can transfer to said school outside of SEC, or and then so now they can monopolize on that. So, like, who's winning here? Like, the idea is to play, right?
And I think if you got kids that are outside the SEC, like a Malik Zaire, you want to play in that conference.
Right.
I want to find out
I want to see if I'm good.
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying they're going to have to, because if not, they're going to have to go somewhere else. And that's not challenging that level player. It's not determining how good they are. So they're going to have to. Watch what happens.
Now, what's interesting, you take a Brandon Harris who's leaving the SEC. He's going to the ACC. He's going to the UNC. It worked real well for Russell Wilson. I think this is something new, and I think it's starting to come to the forefront because it's quarterbacks doing it now. We've had D lineman transfer, we've had a corner transfer, but when you're talking about the number one position, and like you say, Nick Saban looking like, I already can't have a hard time defending mobile quarterbacks. Right. What if this guy go to Florida and all of a sudden they compete for the SEC championship? More than likely, I'm gonna have to play him.
You know what else Nick does as well? He looks to say, like you said, what can beat me as mobile quarterback.
Right.
And also, I don't want to start looking, and now I'm seeing kids that's from Notre Dame and all that start coming down here and making it a little bit tougher. Or if Ohio State had a situation where they would have 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I need to go to one of these schools down in the SEC and transfer.
I just wonder when a kid decides to transfer in Alabama, how would Nick Saban feel?
That's my question, too. Will you be the same Nick? He always do that. He did that with doing satellite campus.
Yeah, he did with satellite campus.
He was mad about that. Wait a minute. Michigan can't come to our area. Wait a minute. We can't be having that. Stop that. And they stopped it. Dang.
Boy.
Papa Nick.
On the small campuses, baby.
Papa Nick. Hey, man. We'll be right back, man.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
Are not.
M2.
Are not.
M2.
Need a little help?
Aren't you going to do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan.
We could share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
And get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers. People who can change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
My savings are gone.
Okay, where were they last?
Here, right before I spent them on that vacation to Aruba.
Weird. Not weird. Not saving now means no money later. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Killer Mike, Killer Kill from the Ville. You're checking me out right now on the Sensation Station Network. Make sure you tune in, suckers.
Hey, man, I'm sorry to bring up the old Maury Brown. I just started thinking about our uniforms and stuff. Boy.
We still made it look good.
Boy, thank God.
I was gonna be dead fresh regardless.
Couldn't wrap your ankle because the receiver had all the tape. But anyway, man,
I had my own tape. Me and Shane got trouble for going to get our own tape. Yeah, man, we get up.
We're gonna reminisce.
7 o'clock in the morning. We be at Sports Authority as soon as they open. Get our tape.
You and Shane.
Yeah, man.
Boy, yeah, boy. Got us all cussed out.
Black Spat would never be.
We all got cussed out of half.
Anyway,
man, we're back with Recruit 101. Man. We just had to reminisce because we were talking about LTP programs and how they do it, and we just thought about us and all that. But, Maceo, we this summertime, man, is a good thing. What you got next coming up for us, man?
Hey, man, so it was a chart that started floating. It's a recruiting chart that a young fella, Mark Porter, he tries to break down scientifically his recruiting process, well, the thought behind the recruiting process, and we're gonna see. We're gonna talk about what he got on here. So he says, for the gifted, it starts at birth. Genetics. Some people are just genetically superior. That's that 1% we always talk about.
Look at the parents.
Yeah. Just go look at the parents. So he said, so your 9th grade year, 99% of kids, they play freshman ball and they're still learning. He said by the 10th grade, varsity maybe, but now your recruiting clock starts in the 10th grade. 11th grade, you should start collecting varsity highlights, should be going to camps, your resume building as a junior. Your senior year, if you haven't agreed, you should be praying for a D1. But at this point, you're mostly a Division II, Division III kid, maybe an FCS kid. What you think about, Wendy, when you see this chart?
I think it all in all, it has some truth to it. I think that it's a very good basis for where you need to be and what you need to be thinking about. Like, where am I? Thinking that in 9th grade, I may not go in and start varsity. I may just be playing as a freshman. And I am still learning. There's a lot to learn because you're now at the high school level, different playing field. I don't care what place from over at the middle school. It's the day order from the park. It is a different playing field over there because you got some grown men playing high school ball.
Right.
And I do think that 10th grade does start. It really does start your recruit. That's when you need to be showing up and showing out. And if you're not, then you need to start thinking about, okay, I need to be real academically sound. So I can still go to school.
Let me ask you, Glaze. You play with one of them genetic guys in Garrison Hurst. When did everybody know that, he the one?
7th grade. He was just
different.
He was better than us. I mean, we couldn't tackle him and coach so his 8th grade year, he played JV. Because we couldn't play him at the smaller level. It wasn't even fair. We couldn't tackle him. He was running us over. He was killing us. So we were sitting there like, coach, man, we can't do nothing with this guy. So he goes up to 8th grade. And when you saw him, he not only had the gifts, but he also just had the confidence and knew as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We knew. I always tell everybody, I knew he was going to the league his junior year. I didn't know because I thought Georgia was. The way he played, we felt confident because he was there.
Right.
Even rolled when he left. It rolled into our senior year because of what he did for us. We knew. Hey man, we were bad school, man. We had Garrison Hurst.
Right.
We used to be in AAA teams in our little small school, but it just 1%, and that's why when you say 1%, I've only seen a few that I'm like, league.
You get one.
League.
You get
You know
one.
what I'm saying? You know, and just was give your boy Michael say, you know, you're supposed to get enough tape for the whole team.
Nah, we had tape though. I just wanted to make sure. I ain't want to wait on nobody.
Who have y'all? I want to ask you. Did you had a lot of kids go to the league? Who was the one that you just were like, man, this kid ain't no way he's not going? Was it Jamal?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely Jamal. For me, for this list, Dent kind of fit this list.
Really?
Because Dent came out of Dent wasn't a 1% guy.
Right.
Like nobody knew what Dent was gonna like. Say now he played wide receiver. Like, cause they cut him, so cause he was my kid. I kept him.
Wow.
And like I say, until he went down there and knocked somebody clean out.
Then they said, oh
no, we gonna play on this. Oh, he a pretty boy, them eyes and stuff. Like, hey man, he a killer.
Yeah.
Do y'all see how he blocking these people every day? But
wow,
this chart to me is pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
pretty accurate.
And you can't do it scientific. I mean, you know. I mean, like when you've seen enough players, you like FCS, D1,
yeah,
D2. Mm-hmm. He going. Yeah, you can just tell.
We're gonna finish talking about that. I got a couple of questions I want to ask you.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, and father of 5. I'm also an expert on drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids, and there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And lead the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm fleece on a
I
cold
want to be
day.
a football
I want to
stadium.
be a bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
It's a Sensation Station Wealth Nation collaboration celebrating 7 years going hard in Always Radio.com. The Go Hard, Go Home Summer Series returns. It kicks off at Red Martini Lounge July 6th with multi-platinum selling artist Silk the Shocker. Silk the Shocker performing all hits with the celebrity red carpet brought to you by The Hype Magazine. It's no limit forever. The Hype Magazine, Wealth Nation, and Sensation Station Network celebrating 7 years goes hard July 6th at Red Martini Lounge. Tickets only $10. Get more info at ssnatl.com.
I know you got a man and all. Move on. And move my way.
Hey, in the house, what you say now? Sensation Station Network live with the Crush Sports Talk Radio Show. I am Derek Fraser. I'm with Big Emmanuel tonight. Y'all can forget about it.
Coach Fraser, bro. What I tell you? One of those guys. Hey, we still continue the conversation. We were talking about the chart. Hey, so what you said you got one thing.
Well, I just want to add, like, parents, this is not the end all be all because some kids hit growth spurts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some kids they'll play with confidence gets better from their sophomore to junior or from their junior to senior year. But the biggest part to me is really and truly, we talk about it all the time, be realistic just about your talent. Like, don't sit here and be fooling yourself thinking Georgia, SEC, Power 5, when those schools, they not checking for you.
I mean, think about it. Kennesaw State has just had their first guy go to the NFL to sign a free agent contract.
They going from everywhere.
Canadian League. I mean, it's yes, everybody want to be big for Power 5. And we know. We get it.
Yeah.
We understand.
Shiny, baby, shiny.
But you can't tell me a 5'6" kid who went to North Carolina A&T, who's now a 4th-round pick of the Chicago Bears.
Tariq
Cohen.
It's what you do with your opportunity.
You can go to a Power 5 and sting it up.
You can go to a Power 5 and don't touch the field.
And never play.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing.
And
that
so many do
have
it.
to be so careful about wishing for that, for the shiny things.
Yeah.
And then you get them, but you just standing.
You get all the jogging suits in the world.
Did not play.
Every week.
It's a nasty looking thing to say.
DMV.
Every week.
It goes right by your name.
And like I was thinking, like, so you coached Jonathan Dwyer.
Uh-huh.
How early did you guys see it in Dwyer? He was just different.
7th grade.
That's what I'm saying.
8th grade. I mean, he didn't play JV. I mean, when Caleb was first starting, Dwyer was the guy everybody like, that's our running back. And so and it goes to cats like Brian Randolph and stuff like that. But you know, it also surprises me with kids. Like I say, it's once you get there on that campus, even at the Power 5, everybody studs. Everybody stood.
Everybody.
And it's what you gonna do when you get there, man. It's just you get there, you think I made it. But what coach like, I made it. No, man, you gotta still perform,
It's
man.
more work to be done.
Yeah, that's why when you see all these kids looking at, we talking about Jalen during the break. You mean I've heard of Jalen?
Yeah.
I've heard him at Wheeler. I heard him going to Cal. I'm like, this kid. But now when I saw him on TV, I was like, oh, Jalen about to make some. He about to really be flying jets. You know, he about to make
lottery.
He about to make some money
lottery
in this league because he went and put in the work. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not just. Even if he went to Cal for a year, he was playing out there in Cal. You know what I'm saying? He balled out there. So wherever he went, man. And that's why when these kids be like, it breaks my heart when they want to put so much emphasis only on certain schools.
Right.
When at the end of the day, it don't matter where your school at. It's what you do when you play.
And I like to say, I look at the kids that we work out with every day in the morning. We got Clemson kids. We got Power 5 kids. We got 1AA kids. We got the. It's about the work.
Yeah.
And we got a young high schooler from, I think he goes to Whitewater. I'm like, dude, everything these college kids doing, dog, get in their pocket. They're where you're trying to go.
Right.
Do you know how much that means for a kid in high school to be able to work around a Shaq Wiggins or whoever you got there?
Yeah.
Man, this guy is already on that level.
To watch Lee Anthony Williams and AJ Terrell work, like, dog, you getting ready to go to the 11th grade. If you can put the same kind of work in that they putting in, I mean, you got yourself a start.
You at least got a chance.
You at least got a start, and it kind of, when I was talking about the Mike Vick camp the other day, you can tell the kids who are getting extra work versus the kids who are just, you know, I'm doing whatever we do at school, and then I'm kicking it for the rest of the day.
Yep.
You're losing the battle because it's so much extra work out here for you to get, and if you're not, like we say it all the time, if you're sorry today, it's because you want to be sorry. It's a gym on every corner. Dude. It's a trainer on every corner.
We got 15 on Instagram right now, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? We got 15 trainers ready to go, man. You got it right now. But you know what? I look at Malik, who at Auburn, who went in early. For him to go out there and put in, I mean, you really still a high school senior to go out there and challenge these guys. That's a mentality, man.
Dude.
He went there to put in the work.
Dude, he is at 210 right now.
Yeah, look good.
Dog, he say they want me to put on 5 more pounds. Imagine what he gonna look like when he finished. Dog, he's 215. He's 210 now as a freshman.
Cause you saw him against
as a one semester freshman.
Jesus, man. What about this? I'm telling y'all.
Just think what he gonna look like next year when he come home
as the starter.
Boy,
I'm just putting it out there.
Speak on it.
We'll be right back.
Major key alert. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home Walk Restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
It's a Sensation Station Wealth Nation collaboration celebrating 7 years going hard in Always Radio Not. The Go Hard, Go Home Summer Series returns and kicks off at Red Martini Lounge July 6th with multi-platinum selling artist Silk the Shocker. Performing all those hits with the celebrity red carpet brought to you by The Hype Magazine. It's no limit forever. The Hype Magazine, Wealth Nation, and Sensation Station Network celebrating 7 years goes hard July 6th at Red Martini Lounge. Tickets only $10. Get more info at ssnatl.com.
I know you got a man and all. And move my way.
This is Judge Hatchet, and you're listening to The Crush on ssnatl.com.
We're going to this Crush Recap brought to you by
Blunt Power.
With Blunt Power, 3 sprays last for days. You can find out more about
Blunt Power.
by going to their website, bluntpower.com, or going to their Facebook or Twitter page at Blunt Power. All right, Kennedy, it's your time. So what did you learn today?
Learn? I think I kind of recounted some of the lessons that I learned back in high school, in college now. Yeah, so the education part, the 9th and 10th grade don't matter part, they lying to you. Like, for real, they lying to you. I mean, like, I made some of those mistakes, and coming back trying to hopefully get a A+ or A in a certain language class, for me, was the hardest of it all. Trying to make that up. So go ahead and set up them GPAs early. Like,
Boy.
set it up. Or like, if you can set it up early, then making up that ground later on is not going to be as big of an issue.
Right.
And I'm even now in college, I'm trying to do that right now. Set up that GPA early, because as a D3 athlete, you know, I don't know if sports is always going to be the role. So maybe graduate school, look at that GPA and be like, oh, you were managed to be, market yourself as a GPA that is plausible for our school. And then also you were an athlete as well. So if you were able to manage both of those things. So yeah, get that education, do the work early. It's just going to make your life a whole lot easier.
How tough is it really truly to balance school and being an athlete?
I think once you learn how to manage your time, it becomes a whole lot easier. And I think my experience is a little different. Going to boarding school and having that being kind of forced upon me was a blessing. Definitely a blessing. And once I figured out how to, you know, set time aside at night to do your homework, like we had study hall every night. So from 8 to however long, 8 to 10:15, you had to be in your room doing your homework. And like, it just ingrained in me, okay, there's times where you have to do your work, and learning how to also work, not only work very hard, but work efficiently. I think a lot of people work hard a lot of the times, but if you're not working efficiently,
right,
you're going to waste time doing things that you might not need to do. So learning those little tricks,
that's like very good.
Learning how to read efficiently, like you're not going to be able to do every reading. So if you can figure out how to, you know, take 20 minutes to get through maybe a 10-page reading, if you know the tricks to do that, it can like help you work efficiently. I'm not saying not do the reading, but you know, just learn how to work efficiently, manage your time. It can make being a student athlete way more fun and easier.
That's a good point.
I love that.
It's way more fun when you ain't struggling.
Yeah, when you ain't stressed about when you're not stressed on Sunday night, it makes life a little easier. I mean, you always gonna be stressed. Don't worry, it's college, but like you won't be as stressed. People won't be playing the stress Olympics. I hate that. So.
Stress Olympics.
What about like off season, like study habits off season versus in season?
I think study habits out of season become easier I mean, for me personally, just because you have so much more time at this point, and you realize if I can do it in season, ain't like there's no excuse for not being able to do it out of season, especially because no longer like the way our schedule is set up, we work out six days a week. So now I have 3 hours of my day that is not being taken up by basketball. Maybe now 3 or 4 times a week we have lift and pickup. To me, it's like now it's easy, it's icing. So if you learn how to do it in season and then it's gonna be like makes your out of season again more fun, and more enjoyable. Time management. Learn how to do it before you get there. It makes your life easy.
Glaze, you were good with time management?
Heck no. Still ain't good with it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. In high school, I was way better than college. College, I lost my freaking mind.
Yeah, you was away from home.
He got to Atlanta.
I mean, you talking
it was
about
an oasis.
What, 800 people to 8 million? It was like,
yeah,
we can party every day.
Yeah, I think that trip to Sharon Showcase hurt y'all.
Yeah. We gotta talk about that, man.
We got a group of them, and we took them to Sharon Showcase.
Can't do that to us, man.
Yeah. They wanted to go every Saturday. We can't go every Saturday.
Wow. Yeah, and that was the problem, man, because I did so bad my first 2 years. My last 3 years, I had to put in extra work. I was struggling because I was like, and being away from home is hard.
Yeah, it's tough.
When ain't nobody there to tell you, man, what your grade look like.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you had to send your grade home to your mama back then. You're like, man, let me get them grades for me.
You tell them anything.
Yeah, I got 3.0 dad. We about to kick your son out.
he on the bubble around.
We about to kick your son out. He done lost his mind up here in Atlanta. Send him back. And I tell everybody, I try to tell my daughter, get it now. Make it easier.
Yeah.
You gonna want, that's junior and senior year. You want to just relax and start preparing for the next phase. You don't want to be worried about, man, I gotta get these grades up, dog. They're gonna kick me out.
I wrote into that student teacher, and I like, bro, bring it on, baby. I'm Gucci.
Yeah.
Bring it on. I'm finna go over here and do nothing for 8 weeks, and realize, no, I do not.
You know, one day Wendy's gonna break down her experience because
she was at that. She was all that privilege.
Yeah.
She ran all that privilege. She don't know nothing about long lines and registration.
No, I don't.
No, you
I do
don't.
not.
Y'all had long lines registration?
Kind of not. I mean, my PWI is a little different. We up north, so it's a little. Yeah, we a little different up there, but.
I've never stood in a line.
Shout out to Mike. There were
For
certain establishments that weren't carding when I came to school back in the day.
Yeah, up under the bridge over there. Well, everybody first strip club experience. Well, we tell you, we had them out of town boy turned out. They would always tell them, no, listen.
Between here and Miami, if they went on a visit there or came here,
it was over.
They got sold on the school really fast.
They would tell them, hey, listen, do not, room 317, do not hang with the guys in room 317. That was my room.
I used to always think, man, I should have went to Georgia Southern because this just.
No, but you would have flunked out of Georgia Southern.
Yeah, sure would have.
Everybody who went to Georgia Southern, they came home fast.
I came home. Wait, no. That was too country for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a mall.
Now, that's a flip for y'all.
They had a plaza.
Oh,
with that JCPenney and that Walmart in there.
That's why I said it'd be good for me.
So you might have survived it.
I was like, oh baby, they had a JCPenney, a Walmart, and a Kmart. I told my mama this is not going to work.
I told
I don't shop in any of those stores.
Yeah, you don't shop in any of those stores.
I ain't gonna make it down here.
Yeah.
Going to Maury Brown, going to Atlanta school from the country was like driving a 30-mile-per-hour car to a 150-mile-per-hour car.
Yeah. And I wasn't ready. And I went the other direction.
You went the other direction.
Yeah, you went from fast life. You slowed it down.
In 1 year, I stayed down there 2 weekends. One at the time my boyfriend came and see me, and the other weekend, it was parents' weekend, so my parents came out. Every other weekend, I was on the road.
Everybody from Georgia Southern come home.
I mean, it's a big. That's
they would, boy. Hey, they be.
I transferred straight in. I finished in May. June, I started at Georgia State. But I'm just saying, like, I could not.
They were burning 16 up getting home.
They sure was.
Like, you home again?
That was me.
Wow.
Every weekend.
I think we were gonna ask Kennedy, man.
It wasn't even anything to do down there.
So when did you officially go to your up north? What grade were you?
I went to Jersey in 9th grade.
9th grade. So you got it there early.
Oh, so you've been away from home for a bit.
Yeah, but Jersey is different from Western Massachusetts. Like, for real, I was an hour from Philly. I was an hour from New York. I was 5 minutes from Princeton and then 30 minutes from Trenton. So by the time 11th grade hit, I was like signing the permission forms. Can I go out? Yeah, my parents said yes, and I'm taking so and so with me. So I was out. Now in Western Massachusetts, just like the mall experience, somebody pointed us to a quote unquote mall, and it was a Sears, and I was like,
what we gonna do with that?
Ain't nobody shopping at
Yeah,
Sears.
shop at Sears.
I could buy some towels.
I'm not trying to go buy no tools.
Right, tools and appliances.
They sell Levi's.
Exactly. No,
they don't sell them. They don't sell those Levi's.
Oh, they don't sell them Levi's.
I'm tall, so certain Levi's ain't gonna be in the water.
That's what I'm saying. They don't sell those Levi's. They don't even sell the ones for me. No,
Be the straight leg Levi. You barely.
Them the ones like the work Levi's.
Yeah, the one that you can put some extra work in.
Yeah, them the work Levi's.
Hey man, thank you Vaughn for coming in. Great talking interview. Had a ton of fun.
Kennesaw State, baby.
Kennesaw State.
Mm-hmm.
KSU. The Owls.
Go Owls.
Go Owls.
Thank you, Kennedy, for your wrap up. What you learned.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're very dope with doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leah. I can tell when Kennedy has the Crush Sports page on Instagram, man. What makes you?
I can tell you how I feel about you night and day.
Thank you,
That's how it be. Night and day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mace.
I'm gonna learn how to use boomerang one day, though. I'm surprised.
I don't know how to use that.
But you know what? It's about the movement. She catch us doing it, and we like.
But hold on, she got some. She be.
Yeah, I know, right?
She dope with
Point
it.
and shoot. That's all it is.
Yeah, them young folk be doing
tutorial.
it.
Yeah.
Hey man, we'll see y'all next week. Stay with us. Not stay with us. See you. Bye. Peace. We gone.